What is up, everyone? I'm coming on here for a couple of plays for the day. Happy July, everyone. It is the first day of July. It's always fun to have the first day of a new month. But these past 2 months, guys, we have been killing it. May and June, we went up, combined, we went up 90 units, okay? So if you do the math, that is averaging 45 units a month over these 2 months. And if you're a $10 bettor, you'd be up $900 in May and June, okay? So let's try to crush it again. Obviously, no complaints with the performance like that. We had multiple weekends this last month in June where we went up more than 20 units. Okay, so it was a great month. I told you guys early this month, I think Canadian football started early June. I think it was like June 6th or something. I said it was going to be a big month because it was the first month or couple of weeks of Canadian football, and football season is not going to leave us until next February, which is crazy to think about, right? We will not have a week without football up until Super Bowl Sunday, when that does happen, like 6-8 months down the line, whenever that is, right, guys? I do want to say yesterday was a very slow day. There was really nothing on the board. It was a Monday. I say this all the time. Monday is a slow day for us, right? There's really nothing to bet on. I don't want to force anything. It's honestly good when I come back on Monday or Tuesday and go over Monday and we really had nothing happen, because it means that we didn't force anything. We didn't lose units on just random stuff, right? Tuesday is kind of the start of our betting week. It's not like a huge day, but Tuesday, we obviously have some promos like Taco Tuesday. And then once we get into Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, that's kind of the meat and potatoes. And like I said, that is why we've had so many amazing weekends, because a lot of the plays have been over the weekends and, with football, with Call of Duty, with Counter-Strike, with League of Legends. By the way, guys, on, I think this was on Thursday. We went up about 17 to 18 units on Thursday. Friday, we went up about 10 to 11 units, okay? And then Saturday, I don't have a screenshot of it, because if you guys remember, I took the video on my desktop computer, but we went up about I think 3 to 4 units on Saturday, and then Sunday we gave some units back, about 4 or 5 units. So overall this weekend, guys, we went up anywhere between 23 to 25 units, which is amazing. We have had days on this channel, days on the VIP, where we have gone up more than 45 units in a day, okay? I don't know if we're ever going to beat that. I think we had 5 4-man entries hit, and that was in February around Super Bowl Sunday. And by the way, in February, we went up 95 units in February, our best month ever. So let's try to recreate this one of these months, maybe the first week of football back or something, when we get that volume going on. But I will say, guys, like I said, in June, we crushed it in June. We had a 40 unit day in June right here. We hit, I don't even know, this is four mans or something. And then here was another day just a couple of Saturdays ago. This was the first weekend of June. This was the first weekend of Canadian football. And then I think the second weekend of Canadian football, we came back and had a 25 unit weekend. Okay. So the 4 weekends in June were 40 units, 25 units. And then I think that third week in June was a very slow week where we didn't have that much League of Legends or anything. I think we still went up 4 or 5 units. And then the fourth weekend of June, the last weekend of June that we just had, we went up 20 to 25 units again. Okay. So crazy stuff happening right there, guys. And so like I said, not too much to go over. So I just kind of recapping the performance of some of these months we've had. Like I said, up 90 units. Past week, up 25 units. And again, what a unit is, it's how much you bet on every entry. So if you're a $10 bettor, that means your unit size would be $10. If you bet $25 an entry, your unit size would be $25. And how you know how much you would make in the VIP is you would just times your unit size. So if you're a $25 bettor, you times it by 90 or 91, and you would be up more than $2,000 over the course of 2 months. I do want to say, I got a comment yesterday that kind of stuck with me, where it was he was pretty much just saying it's too good to be true, blah, blah, blah. And I agree. This really does sound too good to be true. And I don't know how to get it across, because I do want to say I was in you guys' shoes. And the reason why I started this channel is because I was following people, trying to find picks on YouTube, on Twitter, and the people would not they would not track their bets, right? They would post bets, maybe they would win, maybe they would lose, and they would just move on and never talk about their bets again, right? So I wanted to come on, make a channel, and try to be at least the most transparent person on YouTube, or really on the internet, right? And that's why I track absolutely everything. I know it sounds too good to be true, but I if you really are on the fence, or you're questioning, the process, first of all, this past week, right here on this channel that you guys would watch every day, this is how much we have cashed over the past 2 weeks. And then also, I have 300 to 400 videos over the course of, 15 months that I've been making videos like this every single day. You could go back to a random video last year. You could go back to a random video in November. You could go back to a random video this February. You go back to a video in April, like anytime. And I'm showing you guys these graphs, the ups and downs, the trials, the tribulations. Our worst month was April this year. And like, there were some bad days there, right? There were some bad, hard days where, we had to like really suck it up and be like, man, this was a tough day. And, obviously we're out of that now, and we just went up 90 units in the course of 2 months. And I'm very confident we're going to obviously continue doing that, because we have done that 14 out of 15 months. We have been profitable, and we have gone averaging around 40 to 50 units every single month, like I said. So this isn't new. This isn't rocket science. It's just using correlation and being smart about betting, smart about deploying units when you can. Okay. So one more thing to go over, guys, is look at all of these bumps. All right, I don't want to go over this too much and get into the weeds here, but this is like I said, Monday was slow. So what I did is I ended up sending out a lot of plays for today, for Wednesday, and for Thursday using League of Legends that just came out. These are the VIP picks that I sent out. So if you're in the VIP, you should have these locked in. Look at these bumps, guys. I really want to go over this one, which is actually this fourth play down here. This guy bumped by 1. This guy bumped by 0.5. This combination of players bumped by all the way down from 24 to 21.5. Okay, so I always think about this in basketball terms. Think about if you took LeBron James at under 24 points, and by game time he bumps to 21.5 points. All right, that is massive right there. That is massive bumping going on right there, and we got it at 24. Everyone else, if you were to take this today or something, which I don't recommend anymore because it's not a good play, all the value's gone, you would you would get at 21.5, right? Not be good at all. And this was obviously yesterday's YouTube play real quick. Kolabai gets 11 clearances. Unfortunately, Omar is not in the lineup. So that's probably the one thing I do not like about soccer is you never know who's going to play and who's not going to play, right? Sometimes these guys play like 20 minutes and get taken out. Sometimes these guys never play. Sometimes they play the whole 90 minutes, Kolabai does get 11 clearances. Omar obviously DMPs. Caitlin Clark, we took her under 5 rebounds the other day, yesterday, and she is down all the way down to 4.5, which is even though it's just 0.5, that's a big deal, guys, because if she hits 5, we would push the entry and I think get like a 1.5x payout. Everyone else who takes it at 4.5 today, which again, I don't recommend it anymore, right? We took it at 5. It was at 5 all yesterday. I was checking it. It bumped overnight. Okay, so you guys had all day to take that at 5. Now she's at 4.5, right? So if she gets 5, we would win the entry. Everyone else who takes it at 4.5 would not win the entry. So if some of your entries are not looking like this, the right side of the screen where you're going back and seeing the entry later in the day, and these things are massively bumped down, you're probably doing something wrong, and you're probably not going to profit long term, right? This is one of the biggest reasons why we profit long term. And if you're really in the game, if you really know how to profit on PrizePicks, if you really, study this stuff, you'll know that this is probably the biggest reason why we're so profitable, is because we can find early lines like this, okay? All right, guys, so for our play of the day here, we do have obviously the taco. We have Paul Skis right now to go over 4.5 pitcher strikeouts. We're going to take that, no questions asked. Any other taco that comes out later today, like there should be 3 tacos in total today. If you're watching this video later in the day, so whether it's like in the afternoon, whether it's at night, you can go ahead and just filter in that new taco and pair it up with Ruler pretty much. So let me go over why I like Ruler under 21 assists. So this is going to be a little bit of an unconventional play is the word I was looking for, because I truly do think Jin G, right? This guy's on Jin G versus G2. By the way, Jin G is by far and away the #1 team in the world. They are heavily favored to win this year. Like, they're favored to win it all this year. They're favored to win pretty much the Super Bowl of League of Legends. They're one of the best teams I've seen in the past 5 years of League of Legends. They've gone on crazy win streaks. They should 3-0 G2 right here, okay? So pretty much with that in mind, right, I took that fact. Okay, I think Jin G, sorry, there's a lot of tongue twisters here. I think Jin G is going to 3-0 G2. What is still a really solid play, even if that does happen, right? And what I came to the conclusion with is Ruler under 21 assists. Now, why under 21 assists? Because if you take Ruler's average assists per win, okay, so this is factoring in that he's going to sweep, right? A sweep could not happen, right? Jin G versus G2. G2 could take one game away from them, and that's going to take away assists from Ruler. But even if they do 3-0 G2, he is averaging 6.2 assists per win, and that would put him at 18.6 assists. So I think his fair value here is about 18.5. So I would take him at 21. I would take him at 21. I would take him at 20.5, maybe even at under 20 if it bumps all the way down there. One more thing, guys, is he is the bot laner. You guys will see here that it kind of says bot next to him. That is because he's the bot laner in League of Legends. So some very specific knowledge in League of Legends is that the bot laner does not normally do that much assisting. They do the killing, okay? They're kind of like the Cristiano Ronaldo. They're the striker of the team. They do the goal scoring. They do the killing. They do not do the assisting, okay? The assisting is more for the jungler, more for the support, and they are more the facilitators of the team. The bot laner is the guy who is going to actually capitalize and get the kills. So the more kills he gets, the more that's going to take away his assisting, okay? So the bot laner does not get that many assists. They do a lot more killing, okay? So you guys will see on the VIP, I actually took Ruler over kills in this game. And that's because, like I said, the bot laner, they do more killing than they do assisting, right? So again, assists under is one of my favorite plays of the day. I'm pairing it up with the first taco. And if you guys do want to get into the VIP, guys, all you have to do is text me the word Bovada to my number on the screen. I'll get you guys signed up for Bovada. All you have to do is put $25 or more into Bovada, take a $1 entry. It can be on anything, and I'm paying people back the $25 deposit via Cash App or Venmo, okay? I also am going to be betting on Bovada a lot. I sent out a Bovada play yesterday to the VIP. I'm probably going to have 1 or 2 Bovada picks a day going through these different League of Legends tournament that's happening right now. We might be betting on Gen.G to win the finals, right? Because I think they really are the most solid team in League of Legends right now by far. Again, I'm paying you back to do this right here. So you're going to put the money into Bovada. You're going to get the money straight back, and you're going to get 2 months of the VIP, okay? Again, I do this pretty much every day for everyone. All you have to do is text me the word Bovada right here, and I'll get you guys in there. If you already have Bovada, or you guys will see here that your state needs to be in the blue for Bovada, really, they're kind of the same states. They kind of overlap a lot, but Betr actually just has a new promo that just came out. I think they're doing a new promo every month. I'm not really sure, but the new promo, guys, is to play 10 and get $30 instantly, okay? Which is really cool because that's pretty much a free 3x if you guys think about it, right? That's a free 2-man that you're pretty much hitting. You're playing $10 and getting the $30 instantly, right? So really easy to do so, really easy to get money on Betr. All you have to do is text me the word Betr, and I'll get you guys those instructions and 2 months of the VIP, obviously, you guys. So thank you guys for watching. Let's crush July. Really excited about July coming up. We just crushed June and May back to back, and it happening July, that means 1 more month closer to football season. Actually, this is going to be the last month without NFL. Right? We have August. We're going to have some preseason games. And I think the end of August, guys, we have some college football games happening the end of August, guys. So a lot to be excited for this next couple of weeks coming up. And yeah, I'm very excited for it. I'm gearing up for it. And let's keep cashing, guys. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in tomorrow's video.